Ivy was at the...
Oh, because the kids probably hung out there where the moms were cooking.
Yeah.
So they got to know each other. Oh, these old stories are so fun.
You know, the high...
Yeah, and my grandpa finally ended up down here. He worked at Sunnyside and all.
Not shitter, I like
I think he's two youngest kids, Matt Winnie and Uncle Eddie, were born in Prospect. The rest of the kids were born
up there.
Well, the one girl was born
I'd love to do a trip down there.
The oldest girl and the oldest boy was born in, I think the oldest girl was born when they first landed in the United States.
Oh, because she was pregnant when she left over there, the royalty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my Aunt Kate, and I only seen her maybe twice.
Really?
And when she got old enough, she took off. And I think it was probably during the First World War, you know, and the women was working in the steel mills. And she went into Washington, state of Washington, worked up there and met her husband up there. And I think I only seen her maybe once or twice. She looked just like my grandma.
So this is your mother and her family. Her family. And then your dad.
My dad only had.
Your grandfather, you can't trace him back.
Oh yeah, my grandfather, Ivy, okay. I can.
But it's the Wilson.
It's the Wilson.
The Wilson grandfather.
Oh, I've got a history of the Ivies up there. You ought to read.
Oh, you'd be probably 3 or 4.
John Ivy. My great grandpa was John Russell Ivy. James Russell Ivy. And you probably read his name in your history books in high school.
I didn't read history in high school. That was after lunch, I think.
They had a plantation. It was all slave owners. And there was...
Okay, so this is Atlanta, Georgia, right?
In Atlanta, Georgia, the Ivies. See, and our original spelling of our name is I-V-E-Y.
Okay.
And anyway, he... Oliver Cowdery, I think was the... Joseph Smith's like second in command.
Right.
And he was down there teaching. And the mobs got after him, and they hit him. This James Russell Ivy. They got him out of the country.
Okay.
And saved his life. And a few years later, he come back down there, and he got in trouble again. So they dressed him as a woman, and James Russell Ivy and his wife, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters. The one sister was married, and her husband. They joined the church. Oliver Cowdery, they joined the LDS church. And the rest of them stayed Methodist and Protestant and whatever. And so they snuck him to Nauvoo dressed as a woman. And that's when James Russell Ivy joined the church. And then they got up there about the time they was making the trek to Utah. And the first group of people come. They was in the first group to come to Utah, but when they got to one of them places on west of the Mississippi where they stopped and farmed and made a farm for the group of people that was coming afterwards. And they stayed for a year there, and then they started out again. And then that's when the Mexican War started.
Okay.
So they
had a great time.
Every one of them kids went on that Mormon battalion, even the girls. And the girl lied that she was married to her boyfriend. And they went as laundresses and cooks.
Oh, okay.
And they made it to Santa Fe, and then that's when the war actually ended. They was in Santa Fe, but the girls, they made them come to Utah. Two girls, but before she left Santa Fe, the captain or whatever, the Mormon battalion, married her and her husband. And I can't even remember what his name was, but it is in that book.
What's the name of the book?
It's just a history of James Russell Ivy family.
Is it a published book?
No, it's just handwritten stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. We need copies of that.
Well,
it should be in a safe.
And anyway, well, I'll bring them down. And
Do
put
that,
them
and I'll make copies.
So you have the original book?
I have. I just have copies of
you have copies.
James
Oh, okay.
Russell's. What do you call it? The journals.
Right.
Real shallow.
Who's got the original journal? I wonder.
There was two ladies over in
Can't hardly cast that far.
Scipio that's got them.
Oh.
There's two. One is an Ivy and one is was James Russell's granddaughter.
Oh,
And
wow.
I got to meet both of them. No, neat ladies. But anyway,
That was otter trick.
but James Russell and his two brothers ended up in California because the battalion wanted to go on to
Yeah,
California
right.
just to make sure,
Wanted to go safe or
make peace.
Mm-hmm.
And James Russell, he wouldn't go into the gold fields, and that's when Sutter's Mill. But the two brothers went digging for gold, and all James Russell did was went to work on a ranch and worked for horses and mules. And when he finally got his brothers to come with him, and what money they had, they gathered up, they bought cattle and horses and mules, and they brought over 1,000 head, them three brothers, from California up through Las Vegas to Salt Lake.
That's
over
incredible.
1,000 head of horses.
That's
Just the
incredible.
three of them
Wow.
for Brigham Young. And then they ended up in Salt Lake, and Brigham Young had James Russell go to Springville and help settle Springville. And he was digging a water well, and he's down the well, and his wife traded 2 loaves of bread for 3 fish that the Indian squaw had. Anyway, later on in the day, the buck come back and was beating up on James Russell's wife because he felt that his wife should have had three loaves of bread for 3 fish.
Oh.
And he had beaten the hell out of her. And James Russell come out of the well, and him and the Indian got in a fight, and he took the gun away from the Indian and beat him to death with it. And that's what started the Wacara Indian Wars.
Is that right?
Yep, that's what started. So then they loaded him up, his family, and sent him to Scipio to try to appease the Indians, the northern Utes, and send him down to Scipio. And so he was doing good, and he helped settle Scipio, and him and a 14-year-old boy, the boy was going fishing, and James Russell was going out to check a milk cow that was to calve, and they was walking out, and the Indians caught him and killed him, and they massacred the little boy, just cut him to ribbons. And James Russell, when they took his clothes off and seen his garments, they didn't do nothing to him. And then his son, one of his sons, which is my great-grandfather, was in the blacksmith shop one day, just shortly after his dad got killed, and he seen an Indian sneaking out of town, and he thought it was Chief Blackhawk. And he went out and shot, just walked up and murdered this Indian, and killed him, and he was a medicine man for Blackhawk. That started the Black Hawk Wars.
Oh, wow.
But his dad, my great-grandfather, got excommunicated. He was acquitted in the civil court, but the church excommunicated him. And there's no explanations for it. And then anyway, he ended up in Idaho. But what the authorities have told me that they used to do that to appease the Indians, and then they'd ship them away. But I've got a copy of a telegraph that Chief Blackhawk had somebody send to Brigham Young, who was wintering in St. George at that winter, and he was getting sick and old. And he says, "I'll sign a peace treaty if you'll call the Ivies off me." And I've got a copy of that telegram.
That's amazing.
You know that Ivy Creek over here by Emory?
Right.
Well, James Russell Ivy was the first person to come into Emory County as a Mormon pioneer.
Okay.
But he was chasing Indians. He'd come and whipped up on a band of Indians, him and his militia, and got the cattle and horses back and took them back. And the story of how what them Indians done on the way
There ain't no
over
way
there,
these trucks pulling
they'd
those.
steal a bunch of cattle.
This is personal
And
vehicles,
if
not
if
semi.
a calf got tired and couldn't keep up with the cow,
Total
they'd
length,
just cut it
65
short.
feet, includes bumpers. Trailer
Because they didn't
length,
want the guys
40
chasing them
feet,
to have
includes
anything to
bumpers.
eat.
Oh, really?
Width,
And
102.
according to this journal,
Can exceed
they
102
ate a lot of
is due
older
to
meat
an
that
apple.
laid there a lot. And the
Apparatus.
cows, if they get crippled, or
And
the
the height is
horses, if they got
14 feet.
lame, they killed them. They wouldn't. They didn't want their pursuers to have anything to catch up with them.
Huh.
And but that's how
65.
come Ivy Creek is named Ivy Creek.
Oh.
James
Oh,
Russell
that's
Ivy was the first Mormon
Okay.
pioneer to come into
Mm-hmm.
into Castle Valley,
Width.
and he was also the first Mormon
Well,
pioneer to
there
look
ain't no
into
65 feet.
Grand Canyon.
No, probably
Really?
not. You gotta
And he was
find
chasing
a
Indians
29-foot trailer, but it's a gooseneck.
That
It's
time
from
there were a lot of
bumper to
Indians
bumper,
around
so
to
you're losing
chase.
all
Yeah.
that box
Oh,
on your
God, I'll-
gooseneck. It's just what
I'll
is
tell
the-
you, it's quite.
From
I've read it
bumper
two
Quite
or
the
three
stories.
times. It's
Yeah.
The bumper
pretty
on
neat.
the
On the
little
trailer. Yeah.
But seeing my,
I used to pull.
I met a lady from Idaho that was, and my great
I
grandpa
had
had 3
like a
wives.
'96 4-door Power Stroke.
Okay, so
And-
this is the grandpa
one
Ivy.
ton,
Yeah, my great grandpa
pulled a
had
28
Okay.
3 wives.
4-foot
My
boat
grandpa Ivy just
and a
had
jet
one
ski
wife.
trailer
But
with
Okay.
3 jet
my
skis
grandpa
on
Ivy
it.
was
We
born
were
in Heber
under
City
64.
on their way to Idaho.
So I'm
And
betting
we used to
you
go to
are,
Idaho
'cause,
quite a bit, but I can't
you know, the
never
boat trailer's
remember
got that
seeing my
big,
great
long,
grandpa.
Usually
You know
the
what?
valve
I can remember seeing him.
apparatus.
And my great grandma was a great
Well,
big
I'd say
Swedish
the little
woman,
trailer and
big
the
one,
trucks.
tall.
Well,
She was probably a foot taller than my great grandpa.
35.
Wow.
But it ain't.
But I
And
stood,
they lived in Idaho.
yeah, in Chalice, Idaho.
30. It's
Okay.
29.
And but I stood in
Okay,
the
so at the
blacksmith
bumper,
shop.
maybe you're right, it's
The
20,
old
it's
blacksmith
30,
shop
okay,
is
but
parts of it is still
the
there
whole
Really?
in
part of the
Scipio, and I
gooseneck
stood
does
in
not
that
count.
blacksmith shop,
It's
and
from
that's
bumper
where
to bumper.
That's incredible.
where he seen the Indians sneaking out of town and went
Not
after them.
part of the total length here,
Yeah.
because it's from bumper
And
to
I got a lot. Well, I
So
think
you're
I
not
got a
getting
lot
the
of
whole
pictures of
30
it. I
feet
don't
on that trailer.
know. I can't.
You're
Yes,
not
you are.
adding that
Lorraine
on,
put
no,
them
you're not.
somewhere. I haven't
Yes, you
really
are.
looked
Because
for
the trailer is not measured. It's the box.
my
that's
my
box.
grandpa,
Oh, so the
my
box of the
great
trailer
grandpa,
is 30 feet.
as far as I
That's
know,
what
never
I'm trying
joined
to tell you.
the church after that.
Time you hit the bumper of the truck, you're
I met an
probably a
aunt
little, probably
that
Three
was
more
probably
feet.
one of his
All right. So the truck
granddaughters.
is, what, 20
Okay.
feet long?
She was on a mission with Lorraine's
Yeah,
folks.
but you don't count.
Down in
truck,
New
you
Mexico.
count-
I met her down there,
Oh,
and
yeah, you
she'd
would.
done the
You
church
count
work
truck, yeah.
for
He done
them.
bumper to
Well, I'm trying to
bumper.
think
But
of the
somebody's
gooseneck.
done it for my grandpa Ivy too. I don't know who done it.
That's 50.
Might have been my
Actually,
older
I can park
sister.
my truck in
That
the
LDS
garage, it's probably
site called
18.
Ancestry.com.
Uh-huh.
All you have to do is plug in the names, and then whatever anybody's research, it just like pops up all these other names, and yeah, it's pretty incredible. I was
But
really surprised
I've
about the
been-
amount of information you can
Oh,
find.
when I was a
on
kid,
there.
my dad, we had a ranch out in
Don't forget I got a
Soldier
shorter
Canyon,
trailer,
and have you been up
Maybe I
through
should've
Soldier
got a
Canyon,
shorter-
9 Mile?
Instead of 12,
I don't-
You might be
I
right.
don't
If you ever
think I
get
have.
take a trip up there, you need to take a trip up there. There's a lot of Indian art
Well, I think you'd have.
Soldier
all
Canyon.
over. Soldier
And
Canyon
take
is the
from
road
up
going up
rough
to 9 Mile.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
before you get to the coal mine,
Uh-huh.
my
Well, I'm guessing that
I've
you have,
raised on
like,
that last ranch up
35-foot
there.
trailer, they
Oh.
might even look
till I was
at it.
14 years old,
But with the
That and
29-foot
well,
trailer, and that
down in
little
Miller Creek.
single axle.
And we had our summer range was up in on Argyle Ridge, and my dad had sheep, but we'd go to
But I don't
to
think
Mount
you really
Pleasant
push it
and
because
buy
Pinky
our
used
bucks
to take that-
bucks from my
that
dad
bottom
always
line
called
was
him
gotta
Uncle
be
John Madsen.
Okay.
But one of the
shit, 28 feet.
my great grandfather's
27 feet.
wives was a
The
Madsen.
19.5-foot bolt, and then
Okay.
you figure the
So,
tongue past that.
I've never. I don't know whether I'm from the
Had more
Madsen
back.
lineage or where you know
And he
on
had
the woman's side.
On,
Yeah,
oh,
he
okay.
had
So
at
your
least
great
30
grandfather and his 3 wives. You don't know which
Yeah,
wife the your grandfather
would be my
came
grandmother.
But I don't
Oh,
my
okay.
great grandmother.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
So,
know because
of course,
there's
he only had
11 or 12 kids, but it don't say
like
Who's
yeah,
who's?
yeah, right, dude.
who connects to who.
Yeah. It's kind of like that in the Johansson family. You go
He had a
back
few
2
small
generations,
double
and,
axle trailers.
and the man would marry
You might
the
fit under it.
widow of his brother, and then all the kids would get.
Well, I
And a
pulled
lot.
my truck
Well,
Ash
down
and
and
Felicia are
pushed
cousins,
that
you know.
bench in the
Who?
middle.
Bill's
Well,
son
I think
Ash
max
and his
is
wife.
18 feet.
Oh, they are.
That
That does not
How are
surprise
they?
me.
She's a Wilson.
Well, yeah, but that's not a
But I leave
As
like
far as I know,
a couple
that's
feet
not the
behind
same
the truck so I can walk
tribe of
around with the door.
Oh, okay.
But they spell her name the same.
Truck's probably running.
Down in
16.
Elmo,
we're
the
teasing
Wilson
them.
is double L, W-I-L-L-S-O-N, I think.
And
Just
ours
round it up
is
and say that's
W-I-L-S-O-N.
18, but
Yeah.
My guess is
That's
it's
the one,
really
isn't it?
18.
I